back to 13 Cards Subject to Change. I am Zach. That's Jesse. That's Leroy. And this is the show that is wondering, how many more excuses can you come up with in a week if you're either the president or an AEW sicko? Right now, they're pretty even. Anyway, before we move
the orange will always come up with a lot.
Well, yeah, that's very true. Before we move on to any actual...
It's hard to argue on that one. You made me think there for a
right.
second. I shouldn't do
Before
that.
we move on to any actual
My
wrestling,
brain cells are going, I don't know.
You know, it's really funny to me, folks. You know, Jesse, the boys over in Sleep Token, as of last night, have now completed an 18 show arena tour of the United States. And as Ozzy told Dom, the Youngblood, at his last show, now you have to conquer America. People have to remember, the American market is still the largest musical market in the world. And, you know, I was really happy for those guys. They brought everybody on stage while there were still fans in attendance. You know, they had a really good time. And I mean, those guys have worked their asses off, especially considering people forget there's only 2 actual members in the band.
Right.
But obviously 3 and 4 just, you know, they show up, they come in, they do their thing. And by the way, congrats to Thornhill. I mean, I know dropping off of a tour with Landmarks is probably not like the best career move, but then again, you got to go do an 18 show arena tour. Also, from what I've heard, the guys in Landmarks are like cool with it. Like, I mean, people drop off of tours all the time for certain reasons, but
it happens.
It was an opportunity, and I think Landmarks understand.
Yeah, because, you know, regardless of what the metal community thinks, and we all know how toxic that place is, a metal band just completed a giant tour that sadly we don't want to call them metal. It's like, well, they're pop. Hey, if pop goes in this direction, I'm happy with the way pop music's going to go.
Isn't that like music in general? There is some toxicity all around.
Anyway, I bring that up not only to congratulate Vessel and the rest of the guys on an absolutely phenomenal tour, sold out every single night. Jesse, I'm also bringing it up because they currently have more people in that attended that tour than have attended Dynamite in the last fucking 6 months, and it's really getting to be sad at this point.
So, what was their number on Title Tuesday?
Leroy Leroy, we're not going to talk about Title Tuesday yet. See, what we have to talk about is this. For those of you that have not been following the Jim Cornette experience, Nielsen has apparently changed how they do their rating system. Basically they have a bunch of new stuff that they're doing, and supposedly these are a more accurate number.
Is that because of
it's just updated technology.
The
way stuff's done these days.
Things like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta
so anyway,
change with the times.
Leroy.
Yes.
NXT, as we chronicled on the show last week, has
wonderful show that I like watching.
Yeah, has beaten Dynamite pretty much every time they've been out there. I mean, for God's sakes, the record looks like a basketball team when Gonzaga plays all these fucking nobodies.
6 times they did?
4.
4? Okay.
So anyway, Jesse, we come out of the year period and we start a whole new year.
Correct.
And Dynamite gets the lowest rating they've ever had, period.
Oh, it wasn't just a low rating.
This was the show that we were talking to you about last week, Leroy. And in the new Nielsen, as Jesse finishes, NXT, because everyone thinks the new Nielsen's going to hurt wrestling ratings. Meanwhile, NXT...
And maybe it did because sports ratings are up.
Yeah, but here's the deal, Leroy. NXT still did 680.
Okay, that sounds about what they normally do. Yeah.
Understand, 680 is about their normal number.
Yeah, that's about their average,
but compared to what they did against Dynamite, they put belt to ass is what they did.
But remember, everything's great.
And let's see. There was only one title online for NXT that night. And there was
it's not even
title belt shows.
They did 48% more viewership.
And that's a lot.
There was 2 title defenses on both.
Well,
But it was somebody coming back to NXT,
Jesse,
WWE TV that's been on
Jesse,
for a